Kia ora tātou everybody, and welcome to my review and play ratings of this weekend's match between All Blacks and England in Twickenham, and what a nail biter it was. The All Blacks got the job done in the end, 16-15, but not before they were down 15-0 early in the first half. And what a game it was to watch. I will tell you that. The All Blacks 23 had its up and downs. England posed a new threat that the All Blacks haven't seen for 4 years, and I was thoroughly anticipating this game for the whole year. I've been waiting for it, and it finally came. And to be honest, I loved everything. From the amazing tries, from the rush D, the drop goals, the controversy at the end, it had it all, and it was a great game to watch, and I'm thoroughly stoked with how it resulted. Good to see England threat the All Blacks and make them really push for the win, and good to see the All Blacks get home with the W. So a couple of key talking points before the player reviews. New Zealand had 62% of possession throughout the whole game and only managed to score one try, which I think is a credit to England's defence. Their D was amazing. Their rush D really put pressure on us, and probably goes to show that the All Blacks weren't at their best is what they have. Usually with 62% possession, they can put away 3 or 4 tries. This is the first game in a year and a bit that they haven't actually scored 4 or more tries, so that was interesting as well. Yes, it was raining in Twickenham, but you know the All Blacks are good enough to usually put away some more tries, so I would like to credit England to stopping us for 1 try. I'll cut this. So yeah, England's rush D was amazing. Another talking point was we just kicked the ball away too much in the first half. You know, Beauden Barrett and McKenzie were putting the ball down into England's half, but they weren't putting it out or into territory, and England's kicking was far more superior. They were getting good territory. They were putting the ball out and putting us under pressure. So, yet again, credit to England in another area where the All Blacks just weren't quite hitting their straps. And obviously, the last try at the end was everyone's got a mixed opinion. If you're an All Black supporter, well, right decision was made. If you're an English supporter, well, then Courtney Lawes was onside. My opinion, he was offside. I think it was Tu'ungafasi that took an extra step, which sets the offside line back. Courtney Lawes was in front and then charged down the kick. So, look, I think it's a fair decision. Most people do, but there are a lot of supporters that say it's not. Oh well, game's over. Everyone can stop complaining about it. What's done is done. Eddie Jones was still very happy with the game, how it resulted, and how England played. And so was Steve Hansen in the end. So let's get on to some player reviews. I'll start off with Damo at fullback, who I've expressed how happy I am to see Damo at fullback week after week. 62 minutes, scored our only try, 4 clean breaks, beat 12 defenders, made 57 metres. Okay, his kicking was a bit off at the start. His impact into the backline is great. When he gets ball in hand, he's amazing. I love seeing what he could do, and he was one of the best players on the field the other night, so I give him an 8 out of 10. And going into the World Cup, I think he might claim that 15 jersey. Ben Smith on the wing again. Look, I talk in, week out. Should he be fullback? Should he be wing? When he plays wing, he gets the job done just as much as he is at fullback. So 80 minutes, 3 from 3 tackles, made 6 runs for 74 metres, which was huge. He was great under the high ball. He beat 3 defenders, and all round a great game for Ben Smith. So a solid 7 out of 10 for him. Great to see Jack Goodhue back. He's my preferred centre for the All Blacks. He's been sick for a month or so. Good to see him back. Look, you watch the game and, you know, he didn't do anything amazing, or, you know, he just didn't get enough ball really. But then when you sort of analyse the game and analyse his performance, he didn't miss a tackle. He made 9 runs and he made 48 metres. He did beat 4 defenders and all round had a very solid game without being overly flashy. So I give Jack Goodhue a solid 7 just because he did do his job on the surface. Sonny Bill Williams. Look, this is probably the lowest score I've given all year. I'm giving him a 4 out of 10. He only played 30 minutes, but dropped a ball, bombed a high ball, he had 4 carries and didn't make a single metre, and then he went off with his shoulder injury. So I'm not Sonny Bill's biggest advocate at the moment. I know he's a great player and we all know what he can do. It's just this point in time where he's really just not on form. And I believe he can get back to his best. It's just better sooner than later, hopefully with Sunnyvale. So only 4 out of 10 for him. Rieko Ioane had a very good game as well. Look, he played full 80 minutes as he does every week. Made 3 from 4 tackles, 9 runs for 31 metres, and made 2 clean breaks. So he had a pretty good game. He was shut down a lot on the wing. He did make the blunder where he was not covering the English winger Chris Ashton when Ashton scored the first try, which he should have been marking his man but wasn't. Okay, that's one error, you can forgive that. Had a very good game without being his overall explosive. So, look, that's fine. So I give him a 6.5 just because he had a good game, but by his standards, he usually is a bit more explosive. Beauden Barrett, look, people will say, oh, Beauden Barrett kicked away all this ball and didn't do anything too great. And then you get people like me that are saying, well, look, he scored 11 out of our 16 points, which is very good. He made 3 from 3 kicks and his drop goal. He made 19 runs for 37 metres. Great try assist for Damien McKenzie. He made 6 tackles and had an all-round very good game. So, look, despite the kicking in the first half, I think Steve Hansen gave him and the boys a wake-up call in the second, and he came out and proved himself, so 7.5 for Beauden Barrett. Aaron Smith played 62 minutes on the weekend. 3 from 4 tackles, made 72 passes, and his passing was very accurate, I should say. 4 runs, 21 metres. The only thing that I could maybe complain about was his box kicking wasn't quite up to standard. A couple of wayward kicks, which adds to, New Zealand's plan to kick the ball away to England, which was abolished at halftime, thankfully. But yeah, so a bit of a shaky game other than good passes. So 6 out of 10 for Aaron Smith. Kieran Reid, I thought, captained the team amazingly on the weekend. He was under the pump and really had to work hard. He really motivated his boys to stick in the game in tough conditions. Played the full 80 as you expect. Made 7 from 8 tackles, 9 runs, bet 4 defenders, and he just had an all-round great game. Real niggly at breakdown time. So for that, I give Kieran Reid a 7 out of 10. Ardie Savea the other night, I thought had another very good game. 67 minutes for Ardie Savea. 12 from 12 tackles, which is huge. 10 runs. Okay, only 18 metres. Got a couple of good turnovers. He's been great ever since he stepped into that 7 jersey in Sam Cane's absence. So credit to him, 8 out of 10 for Ardie Savea. Liam Squire played 51 minutes. Made 5 from 5 tackles, which is awesome. And made 3 runs, but didn't actually make a metre. So, breakdown time, he was a threat, as he always is, on defence. But he was quite quiet around the park. So, look, it was just a quiet game for Liam Squire. Usually amazing. Just, unfortunately, had a quiet game against England. So, only a 6 out of 10 for him. Sam Whitelock had a huge game on the weekend. Played the full 80, made 13 from 15 tackles, made 15 runs for 9 metres, was an absolute pest at line-out time and on English ball. He would contest it, he would win it, he would make it difficult for them. He was real niggly at ruck time and he was all around the paddock. It's one of his best games I've seen him play in some time. So I've got, a solid 8 out of 10 for Sam Whitelock. And then his partner, Big Brody, went a step further in his performance. He made 9 from 10 tackles, 13 runs for 22 metres, and man was he a threat at line-out time as well. England's line-out started off quite good, but then just got shaken by Whitelock and Retallick. His tackles weren't just tackles, he was pushing boys back. He was sending them back over the advantage line. It was huge. A real workhorse, Brodie Retallick, and I commend that from him. So a 9 out of 10. He was one of the best players on the park. Owen Franks, 43 minutes, so came off basically straight into the second half. 6 from 8 tackles and scrummed well, but he was very quiet on attack and at ruck time. Look, he did his job, but usually you see a bit more from Owen Franks, so just due to that, I give him a 6.5. Cody Taylor, look, same story again. 43 minutes, only had to make 1 tackle. Made 4 carries for 18 metres. First line out went over the top. A little bit shaky. Other than that was pretty good, but compared to usual Cody Taylor performances, it was pretty quiet. He does look fatigued, in my opinion. He just looks a bit quiet now, and I think he'll be, thankful maybe that Dane Coles is back. So, Just a 6.5 for Cody Taylor as well. And Carl Tuinukuafe, 56 minutes, 5 from 5 tackles, scrummed really well, and it's just, you see it week in and week out with Carl. Teams cannot compete with his scrummaging at the moment. He's one of the best scrummagers in world rugby, in my opinion. He is a great asset to this team. He's had a great year. Another big game against Ireland next week. I reckon he'll front up, so 7 out of 10 for Carl. Quick rundown of the bench. Dane Coles, good to see him back in another big test. 37 minutes, 4 from 5 tackles. He came on with passion, with urgency, and he was not shy to tell the English when the scrum rolled them. So, good game from Dane Coles. Will he get the start next week? I'm not too sure, but he will play, so 7 out of 10. Ofa Tu'ungafasi, 24 minutes, 3 from 3 tackles, 5 carries, came on and scrummed well for Carl when they swapped. Did his job. Usually a bit more urgency on attack, so we didn't quite see that. So just a 6 for Ofa for his time on the field. Nepo Laulala, look, 37 minutes, 5 from 5 tackles. Yet again, scrummed really well when he came on for Owen Franks. Pivotal at breakdown time, and it's good to see him back. And he's adjusted well to his comeback into the All Blacks jersey. So 7 out of 10 for Nepo Laulala. Scott Barrett, look, first thing he did on the field was a line-out steal, and I was like, boy, just keeping up momentum. Played 29 minutes, 6 from 7 tackles, 3 carries. Scrummed really well. He came on and played, I'm pretty sure he played blindside. Got the job done really well, so 7 out of 10 for Scott Barrett. Matt Todd only played the 13 minutes because Artie was having such a good game. Made 2 from 2 tackles. So, look, there wasn't a lot other than that in his time, so I can't really rate Matt Todd on just 13 minutes. But, look, didn't do anything wrong. TJ Perenara played 18 minutes. 2 from 3 tackles for Perenara. 19 passes. Didn't really run with the ball though. His box kick did get charged down, which could have been a try. Thankfully it wasn't, so just a 6 out of 10 for Perenara. Richie Mo'unga played 18 minutes, 2 from 3 tackles, 4 carries for only 8 metres. Didn't really have that magic spark that you usually see from Richie Mo'unga, so for that I only give him a 6 as well. And then Ryan Crotty, who came on 30 minutes in for Sonny Bill. He played 50 minutes. He made 3 from 4 tackles, made 8 runs for 40 metres. He beat 3 defenders. He was everywhere, Ryan Crotty. Him and Goodhue are such a good combination. You see it for the Crusaders. You see it for the All Blacks. They're just so solid together, and he had a great game. So Ryan Crotty, I give you an 8 out of 10 for an outstanding game. So that's all for my player ratings. Look, all in all, I think both coaches should be happy with the performance. Eddie Jones should be very happy with how England tested the All Blacks and so nearly got the win. All Blacks, look, have quite a few work-ons for the Irish test this weekend, which will be even bigger. I'm excited. Everyone else should be excited. And just a quick rundown of other results in the weekend. Italy beat Georgia 28-17. A little bit gutting, wanted Georgia to get up, but credit to Italy. Scotland wasted Fiji 54-17. Wales ending a 10-year drought to beat Australia 9-6. Warren Gatlin was over the moon with that. USA beating Samoa 30-29. Another huge game. And, you know, the States beat Scotland and now they've been Samoa all in the same year. So, USA Rugby coming of age. Ireland beat Argentina 28-17. And South Africa, last gasp win 29-26 over France, which was huge. The Māori All Blacks went over to South America and played Brazil for the first time ever. Bet them 35-3. And our Black Ferns, our women, went over to France and bet them 14-0. So, great games of rugby all around. Another epic clash of games this weekend. I'm excited. 8 a.m. Sunday morning, All Blacks Ireland. Don't miss it. It'll be a banger. I'll see you next week. Ka kite.